Hello everyone, we are Group 4. Our project is emulating Firebase. We have three goals of our project. One is to emulate Firebase with MongoDB, Flask, and WebSocket. The second goal is to implement RESTful API like Firebase API. The third goal is to develop a ticket booking application which is capable of real-time syncing of the data with the server. This is the architecture of our system. The backend is the MongoDB, and the application server has two parts. One is the emulating Firebase server, which implements the RESTful API. And the second application server is the ticket booking application server. We have two groups of users. One is the Firebase database administrator, who will use the curl command to operate on the database. And the other group of users is the application users. We also use socket.io to implement the communication between the client and the backend server. In Firebase, the date is the format of key and value. In MongoDB, we have the concept of collection and document. So, to emulate the Firebase, we encapsulate an underlying ID key when constructing RESTful response. We also inject an underlying key when creating a MongoDB document to emulate a key for each document. We handle RESTful operations on collections and documents separately to emulate Firebase. There are two parts of the Flask root. The first part is the root for Firebase RESTful API, including the root for get, delete, post, put, and patch methods. Another group of root is for the ticket booking application system. Here's the main entrance of the app, and this is the entrance for the database administrator to explore all the collections in the database. And we also have defined the root for create flight, search flight, and edit flight, and etc. Total 12 roots. We also implement using socket.io to implement the communication between the client and the backend server. In the upward direction, when making CRUD operations via curl command or the web application interfacing, clients emit my event to notify the backend server. In the downward direction, the server listening on my event. When receiving my event notification, the server broadcasts an update event to all the clients. Then all the clients listening on update and synchronize date with the server. The ticket booking application database design. There are three tables in the application. One is flights. The primary key is flight number. The second table is customer. The key is ID number. And the third table is ticket record. The primary key was over customer ID and the flight number. These two keys are also foreign keys, referring to flight number and customer. Right. We also designed the index on the tables. We have built a table flight index on flight number. And we built the index on table customer on ID number. Our client were purely web-based client. We use HTML forms to invoke put, delete, patch, get, and post method. And we also use socket to implement the communication between the client and the backend server. We use JavaScript, jQuery Ajax for all the JSON object operations. This is the client code example. Here is an example of a create customer. We use Ajax to invoke the post method to create a new customer. And when it is done successfully, the client will send out a my event notification to the backend server. Here is another client code example, which is displaying all the customers. Here, the client listens on the updated events. And when we receive the notification, the client will use the get method to fetch the update the date from the database and display it on the web page in a real-time way. And this is the server code example. Here is the route for the post. And the callback function, in the callback function, we define the method to write the date to the database. And when it is done successfully, the server emits out an update notification to all the clients to notify them to update in a real-time way. That's my part. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Manqi, and I will share some updates on the RESTful API functions in our project. So the RESTful API can support command line interfaces that allowing users to query or update content of databases using curl command. So the curl command basically composed of two parts. One is the method functions, including put, get, post, patch, and delete. And we also have filter functions like order by key, order by value, order by child key, limit to first, limit to last, equal to, and start at, and end at. So here I will demonstrate all of these functions using the terminal. So here, this table shows the data set we have, and we have live data set, customer data set, and ticket record data set. So I will demonstrate using this customer data set. So first I will demonstrate this get functions. So this command is used to get the certain customer with ID equals to 005777777. So here it returns the information of this customer, address, ID number, name, and phone here. And next, I will use this put command to put a new customer into this table. So after hitting enter, a new customer who named Wei Wang will appear in this table automatically. Yeah, we have this Wei Wang, the new customer here. So this is done by automatically. And I will also modify the phone using patch. So initially the phone of Wei Wang, it starts with 214. And then I'm using patch to modify it to be start with 111 here. Yeah, after input this command, the phone is changed here. And next, I will use this delete functions to delete the customer we have. The customer ID is 105777788, which is the customer we just added here. Yeah, after hitting enter, the new customer called Wei Wang just gone here. And next, I will demonstrate post. Post a little different from patch, because post here it will generate a random key. We have another web page here, which has the table data set in the JSON format. So I will use this test2 as the example. So first I will post another status, which is arrived here. We can see that after posting this status, it generated a random key automatically here. And our emulating data Firebase can also support posting a JSON file. Here I'm posting a JSON file called test.json. So after inputting, we can see the content of this JSON file here. And next, I will demonstrate some filter functions. I will use this customer data set. So first, I will demonstrate this order by functions. Here, I'm using order by key. So this is used to get the customer with ID equals to 005777777. So this is the information of this customer. And we can also use order by value. So this is what it returned. Even though it's the same customer as the one before, but the sequence is a little different because here we are ordering by value. So the number goes before the letters, and also 0 goes before 2, A goes before F. And next, I will use this order by child key to get the flights, which is order by price. Here I will switch to the original web page. So we have all the flights here, and we can use this command to order it by price here, and it's a ascending order. Yeah, we got all the flights here from 100 to to 900. It's in a ascending order. And we can also add one more condition to this command line, which is equal to, so that we can find a certain price, which is 200 here. Yeah, it will return the flight we want, which is AA342 here, AA342. And we can also do some other things like using start at and end at to find the flights in a certain range. So here we are trying to find the flights with prices within $100 to $700 range. Yeah, it returned the flights that satisfy this condition. And next, we can use limit to first to find the cheapest flights in this range. So before executing this command, we can find that from 100 to 700, the cheapest flight is this one, AA148. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is AA148. This is what we want. And we can also find the most expensive flights using the same command, but here we are using limit to loss so that we can find the most expensive one. It returns AA169 here, which is 600. So this is what I like to share.
This parallels the real-time updates of flight customers and booking systems. The system includes the application of querying, creating, adding, and deleting. So when we want to create a flight, here is the creation of flight form. We need to pay attention to the unique of flight numbers because it's a primary key and we can't change them. So let me create a new flight first. So if we want to create a flight from the Delta airline, and the flight number is DL3AO, and the time is 2023 May 1st from JFK to SNA. This is the departure time and the arrival time. The total flight time and the price. Yeah, price. And we can find there's no record for the DR3AO in the flight system. So we click the create a flight and it will show on the flight page, and the notification told us that we can create a flight successfully. So we want to edit or delete a flight. We need to select the existing flight and make some modification on the page. And the flights page will update at the same time. So if we want to like A102, we need a departure from the LAX to KIX, and we can click the delete flight here, and it will be changed from the LAX to KIX. So if we want to like modify, delete like the AA169, and we can click the delete here. We can find that AA169 will be removed from the flight page. So when we create a customers here, this is a customer form, and we can do the similar operations with the flight creations. So let me create a customers like this one, Hachi Yamazaki. Because of the unique customer IDs, so we can't change their IDs, and these IDs need to be different from the ID numbers in the customer page here. And we can enter his phone number and the address, and click the create a customer button. And we can find Hachiyama the keyword be appeared on the customer page. So if we want to edit a customers like this one, Yaraka here, and we need to change her phone number like 23 and her address from Flower, and click the edit customers. We can find here, it will be changed at the same time. And if we want to delete like Lika Shuttle, and click the delete customers directly, and will be removed from the customer page. So when we book a ticket here, we need to select the customer IDs first, like Hachiyama-Lucky, and select the flight numbers later. Like we want take DL3AO here and click the book a ticket. We can find the ticket record where show the Hachiyama-Lucky's flight here. So if we want to cancel a ticket here, we also need to select the customer IDs first, but they may have two situations. Like if we choose the Kitty and select the flight numbers, we can find she has a flight AA101, and click it and click the cancel a ticket. She will be removed from the ticket record. If we want to like them and there are no flights, it means he didn't buy any ticket for a flight. So we can't cancel any ticket here. So that's all my part. Thank you.